Good afternoon. Thank you for stopping by Healing Conversations with Z. Oh, there is my purse in the background. Let me move my backpack. That's not a good thing, but I'm a real person. It happens. What I want to say though is, I watched. Well, even before I watched Sophia Charles's video on George Floyd, I want to say I always joke if you're in any of the groups that I'm in, whether it's Discord or in Elise Annalise's transform energy transformations group, I always jokingly talk about divine masculine watching CNN. And I can honestly say in this instance, I'm kind of glad that he did, even though I don't like watching that kind of stuff. I think that the news stations continuously play it to manipulate you if you're not awake. And me and Divine Masculine and I had gotten into a we didn't, it wasn't a debate per se, but I do agree with him. He stated that we should always be in the know of what's going on. Whereas I'm not disputing not being aware of what's going on, because we should be aware of what's going on in the world, in the community. However, I don't like how the media plays it. The way they play it, it gets people wrapped up, wound up in where they want to be. They want to respond in not so positive ways, which is probably why some of the looting has occurred all over the nation. We've watched it, and then even over. I'm impressed that it's even over in Brazil. The what is that group? They do the dance, their warrior chant. I really like that. That made me feel good. He feeling that energy from across the ocean. I've seen them over in London for my UK family. I appreciate the help, the energy that way. Out my way, they're going to do something tomorrow. I'm in Michigan. If you all, I won't say my city and anything per se, but where I am in Michigan, they've been doing it in Detroit. This is probably going to be day 8 that they're doing it. And Divine Masculine and I have watched it every night. I have not complained about it either, because normally I say we watching this darn CNN. I would always say that in the groups that I'm in, and I would make this face and roll my eyes per se. But in this instance, I'm grateful that he's watching it. When it gets too overwhelming for me, I tune it out. I have to, because like I said, I can tell when it's getting manipulative, when they're trying to manipulate your emotions to get you respond a certain way. And because I can feel my body changing. It's just what they do. They know how to do that. And I don't really care for that manipulation. However, I'm grateful for Sophia Charles saving that video. And I'm also thankful that she's going to herself go down in the UK and do her own singular peaceful protest amongst the others. Once I know where they're doing it in my area, because they're doing it somewhere in my area tomorrow, I'm going to go, because I just found out from my daughter. They said that a couple of the malls, the Apple store, they boarded up the store. Certain stores are putting all their jewelry and things. They've put them, anything of expense that if the stores get rioted, looted, they're putting their things away. So who knows? Tomorrow you may see video of me marching. If I can find out where it is. And even if I don't see the video, I'm definitely going to talk about it where it's going on. So I just wanted to come on and talk about George Floyd. It's, As a mother of 3 sons, I have 3 sons. How many grandsons do I have? 1, 2, 3. I have 4. One that's deceased. He's still here, but not on the earthly plane. And they're all young. The grandbabies are all young. Nephews, probably 20, maybe more. My brother was busy. He not only did he have a lot of sons, they have a lot of sons. It's a lot of males in my family. Some of them, they good, of good stock. Some of them, they like that ratchet stuff. They like to do that stuff. However, regardless of who they are as an individual, they all have a right to be here on this earthly plane. And they all have a right to be treated with respect and dignity. So this is one of the reasons why I'm talking about this. I've been in many different realms talking about the plight of the black community. And people would laugh at me. They didn't think it was important. I mean, this is years and years and years. Or they would be in this woe is me mode, or, oh, you're just making this stuff up. You seen it on camera. The man had his leg, he was kneeling on the man's neck with his hand in his pocket. How blatantly disrespectful. How blatantly ruthless, heartless. And you think that one was caught on camera. Now all the other ones that people saw, and the people got off. But just think about all the hangings, lynching, hangings, rapes, beatings, fire hoses, verbal. Think about all those things that have been happening over 200 years since we've been on this side of the earth. All of us, never mind our Indian family. I have family from all over. I have Hispanic family, I have Indian family, I have white family, I have African family. I have family from everywhere. So I can tell you what I know for a fact. It doesn't matter how educated you are, how quote unquote pretty you are. It doesn't matter. If they're going to do whatever they're going to do it to bring you down. They know that our energy is so powerful. So powerful that it's a fear. They fear us. The powers that be fear us. And to some degree, they have a right to. Because karma, cause and effect. If you hitting, it's coming back. Whatever you put out comes back to you. I thought I would be finished talking by now, but I'm still going. But I want to stop right now and just say, yesterday, after, I watched that funeral. It didn't even make any sense for me to pull out a deck of cards. It seemed so disrespectful. Even though when I pull these cards out, when I pull the cards out and the storyline comes up, that's what we dealing with. Yeah, people drink. Why do you think people drinking? Why do you think people are molesting people or beating people? Because this happened to them, or things have happened to them that put them in that energy to be that way. But we can change things. You can change things by working on yourself, because people think, oh, that's just them. No, it's if you black, melanated, it's in your DNA. You can't hide from this. Whether even if you've been adopted and you weren't raised in that environment, it's in your DNA. So you're still going to have these issues pop up. So that's another reason why you need to work on yourself and heal this negativity in you, because it takes root one way or another. And until you wake up to understand that, you're going to continuously be in a cycle of self-destruct, like what's going on in the world right now. People are waking up, and I'm grateful that they are waking up. I'm grateful. But we need to see how we can move this cycle into another cycle, because for the past 200 years, we've been in one cycle. We've been doing this because they've been keeping their knee on our necks. We need to get out of this cycle and move on to the next one, where it's going to be some balances, checks and balances, things done to rectify the level, the playing ground. Let me get out. I said 2 minutes ago I was going to stop. Thank you. I'm hoping that, this message reaches you and you understand it and can appreciate it. I'll be back, because I am still going to do an inner child. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep talking about the things that are affecting us. I may do it in a way that you don't like it, because I'm pretty blatant. Like I said, if I see beating, if I see other stuff, I'm going to talk about it. All right. I'll speak to you soon. Thank you for stopping by. Healing Conversations with Z. Peace.